Good day, everybody. We're at the 9th of January, 2025. Of course, I'm Connor McIver. Let's talk about your Santa Clarita real estate update, what you're going to need to know for today. Looking throughout all of the cities in Santa Clarita, just about 803 current active listings on the market. We have around 20 that are in the coming soon variety. If you want to see those, very simply, all you have to do is go to santaclaritaopenhouses.com/coming soon. So when you're thinking about selling a listing, one of the most important things you can do as a real estate seller is find out exactly, or at least have an idea what is it sell for. And the way to do this is some people start on the syndication sites online. They Google their property. They put their property into one of these mechanisms like a real estate syndication site, maybe Realtor.com or Zillow or those sorts of things, and they ask for value. Here's one of the issues with that. Once you do that, those systems start to generate information about your listing. So if you put any address in there, even if it isn't yours, it's going to start to generate a mechanism within the website. It's going to start doing some research. And what it does is it finds out who the owner is, and it puts you on lists, maybe a mailing list. In addition to that, it's going to attach itself to whatever you happen to do online. If you're on social media, it's going to start showing you ads about selling your house, about which agent to select, which agents have been professionally vetted, the award-winning agents, the best agents, and those sorts of things. And that's great. One of the things, though, is you really don't know what value you're being told and if, in fact, that value is being manipulated in order to influence some kind of a buying or selling decision. Whenever my sellers come to me, it's very simple. I just show them how that real estate data basically stacks up against the actual sold data. And you can find that via the multiple listing service, santaclaritaopenhouses.com. I carry sold data on there as well. But what I do is, let's say somebody has a house, I get the address, I get the configuration, make sure that it does match title, and then from there I'm able to look at those values of the properties that have closed in the past 180 days. These properties need to be very similar, if not almost identical to the sellers. And by that, I mean in Santa Clarita, a lot of residences are built on tracts. So we do have the builder information. And usually builders have 3 or 4 or 5 models of different variations of residences, different elevations. That's going to be the outside appearance and those sorts of things. There are some options that people can choose whenever they're buying residences out here, at least from new home builders. Maybe some have a flex space, or maybe in a bedroom available, or maybe when you're putting it together, there's an office downstairs, or you can actually have a full bathroom put in addition to the office space, and maybe a closet, so that office could also be considered a bedroom. So these are things that sometimes might not appear on the syndication sites because they don't know those choices. And whenever that property recorded or was basically put together with that data for the city, maybe it wasn't completely finished at that time, so the data is going to be different, thereby that value being skewed. In addition, besides just an honest mistake like that, there's also going to be incorporations of data, also manipulations of that same data in order to influence some kind of a decision. If the systems online determine that you might be buying a residence per se, then it's going to guide you in that direction by the information that it's showing you. And then if it thinks you might be selling one, it does that same thing by trying to show you higher than normal values in some cases, which I've seen both ways. I've seen it showing less of a value depending on where the market is trending. If the overall news in the world is the market's going down and real estate is starting to tank, I've seen those syndication systems start to pull data and give information and news regarding that. And then on the other side of it, if the market is improving, they get overzealous and give data according to that sphere, trying to put out even more information and more value, higher values, so those sellers actually do something more than maybe they normally would if they knew, well, the truth. So that's important to find out. In addition, right now, buyers are coming in on some of the listings and they're not getting fully vetted by lenders. I'm seeing that trend start to pick up. It's important that when you are ready to purchase a residence and you talk to a real estate lender, you like them, of course, but then you give them whatever information they're going to need to give you a full approval, because you might not have a lot of time the way the market is going to start picking up here in the next couple months. Right now, inventory at 800, just over 800 for all of Santa Clarita Valley. That's going to be increasing probably 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 by the midsummer point, depending on the buyer drive. We do foresee a high buyer drive this year, so we're going to have multiple properties on the market that are going to have multiple offers on each of those properties. More than likely, we're going to have that same competition we saw 2021 and 2022. Just watch out for the market, and whenever you get ready to write an offer on a pad, on a piece of real estate, condo, townhome, or a single-family residence, if it does have a homeowners association, get that phone number and make those calls prior to actually writing that offer if, in fact, you have concerns over pets. This is something that's important as well, because some homeowners associations restrict certain types and breeds of animals and amounts as well. So if you're an animal lover and you have dogs, more than one or two, and it's a particular breed, you might want to call and find out if they're going to be accepted in that area, because it would be horrible having to move in and getting involved in some kind of a legal battle because you didn't do your due diligence. For you sellers out there, I might suggest something called a pre-inspection. A lot of buyers, when you're in competition for buyers with other sellers, a lot of buyers would love walking in, seeing that you actually did your due diligence and had your house pre-inspected and had it walked by a professional, licensed, bonded, and certified home inspector that carries a lot of knowledge base, able to give you exactly what's happening with your residence, the things that you're going to take care of, and the things that you did and the things that you won't. That's going to save you a lot of heartache, especially in a competitive market, because sometimes when buyers are paying more than listing price for properties, as escrow proceeds, they're seeing other properties coming onto the market. So then they kind of have a little feeling, well, we get more out of this seller for these things. If they come into the property knowing that you've already had it inspected and you're ready to go on that front, more than likely they're not going to be so overzealous when it comes to asking you for things. I'm Connor with Honor. I do a daily blog at SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com. I also wrote a book recently. You can find it there as well, and also on Amazon. I'm Connor with Honor. Thank you for watching our real estate update. I will be back tomorrow. We will talk to you soon. Over and out.